have been waiting all day for this moment. Postseason baseball in our nation's capital. And it begins once again in a must-win situation. The National League Wild Card Game. It's presented by Hankook Tire as we watch the Milwaukee Brewers take on the Washington Nationals.
Hello everybody, welcome to the National League Wild Card Game 2019 style, the Milwaukee Brewers and the Washington Nationals, just as it was in real life. A couple things working against the working against the Milwaukee Brewers in this game, so they have an uphill battle. Battle number one is they're on the road. Battle number two is they have to deal with this guy, Max Scherzer. And perhaps the biggest battle, number three, is they do not have their MVP candidate, Christian Yelich. He was injured earlier in September, and so he is unavailable for this wild card series. Let's look at the pitching matchup. Again, I just showed you Max Scherzer, but on the mound for the Brewers is Brandon Woodruff. Really nice 11-3 record, 3.62 ERA. Of course, I believe he won the Cy Young just recently for 2021, but 2019 he was just coming into his own, I believe. All right, let's look at the starting lineups, particularly with the not having Christian Yelich. That's going to affect the way Correct Counsel does his lineup in this game, and these, of course, are the as-played lineups for the wild card game. We have Trent Grisham in right field. Yasmani Grandal is bumped up to the number 2 spot. Mike Moustakas is at third. Keston Hiura is at second, batting cleanup. Ryan Braun's in left field. Eric Tames is at first base. Lorenzo Cain dropped way down to 7th. Kind of unusual to see him that low, but that's what he was. Arcia, the shortstop, and then Brandon Woodruff, the pitcher. For the Nationals defensively, regular outfielder of Soto, Robles, and Eaton. Infield, Rendon, Turner, Cabrera, and Kendrick. Suzuki catching the offerings of Max Scherzer. And Suzuki was kind of Max Scherzer's personal catcher for much of the season. So they had good chemistry, and Dave Martinez did not want to ruin that. Suzuki not as good defensively as Gomes, but a better hitter. So we'll see how it plays out. We got our dice, red, white, and blue for the Nationals, since they are the home team. Got our charts, got everything ready to go, I believe. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole playoff thing, even if the Nationals win this game. I don't know if I'm going to go any further because I really want to get more into another game, another project, another game, and kind of put inside pitch to the side for a while since I've been doing it so long, along with Stratomatic. I really want to move on to, I think, payoff pitch and delve more into that, particularly the new version that came out, the new rules or updated rules and charts. So I really want to maybe do something with that. But I don't know. We'll wait and see. It depends on how much time I have, which has been waning lately now that I'm back to work. Saturdays are really the only day I get to record in the morning, but then looking out in the yard, I see a yard full of leaves that need my attention. So Saturday is pretty much the only day I can do that because I'm not home on Sunday either. So kind of limited time, so I'll do what I can, but I did feel like I needed to play the wild card game, so that's what we're doing. All right, so Max Scherzer finishing up the warm-up tosses. Will be pitching to Trent Grisham, the right fielder, and in the real game he had that infamous misplay of a base hit that let a ball get by him and led to the Nationals winning that game. I believe he was with the Padres this past year. I'm not 100% sure. I think he was, but could be wrong. Anyway, here's Max Scherzer to start off against Trent Grisham. 1-1. It's a possible error on a ground ball. Speaking of errors, Grisham 1-5. It's a star 1. It's a fly to center, so there's no error there since it was not a ground ball. It's put away easily by Victor Robles for out number 1. And Trent Grisham is retired. Brings up the switch hitting catcher Yasmani Grandal. And Scherzer. 4-2 is a strikeout chance. Number 8. That will fit because Grandal's a 10. Stadium doesn't change it. So Max Scherzer gets his first strikeout of the ball game. 2 batters in, and here comes the Moose, Mike Moustakas. 35 home run season in 2019. Playing between third base and second base. Scherzer 5-6. That's a strikeout plus, so that's not going to help Mr. Moustakas. That's going to end the inning. 1-2-3 for Scherzer. Takes care of the Brewers in short order in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Milwaukee nothing, and the Nationals coming to bat. And we'll look at the starting pitcher, Brandon Woodruff, for the Brewers. And we'll check out the Nationals lineup as well as the Brewers defensively. We have Turner, Eaton, Rendon, Soto, Kendrick, Cabrera, Suzuki, Robles, and Scherzer. And defensively, we got Braun, Kane, and Grisham in the outfield. Interesting, Kane's a +1. I thought he had a better arm than that, but that's just the way he's rated. He is a 4, which is above average, obviously. Moustakas, Arcia, Hira, and Tames in the infield with Rendon catching Woodruff. All right, so Trey Turner going to lead things off for the Nationals as they try to get on the board and give Max Scherzer a lead to work with. Brandon Woodruff, 3-5, and that's going to be a single if he's tired. But of course, first bat of the game, he's not tired, so it's treated as a blank. Go to Turner. 3-4, it's grounded right back to Woodruff for an easy play. Couldn't be much easier unless he struck him out. But a pretty easy ground ball there for Woodruff, and he has a 0 error rating. He can't even make an error. Even if it was an error check, he wouldn't make one because he has no error rating or no chance of an error. Here's Adam Eaton, right fielder. 5-4. Speaking of error, we got an error question mark. See if there's an error. 17, though, probably not going to be an error. 2-5. 2-5 is a fly to right, and Grisham has a 0 error rating, so 17 certainly not going to do anything to that. So Eaton flies out to its counterpart in right field for 2 down. And the Nationals MVP candidate, Anthony Rendon, steps to the plate. 4-4, that's a blank. Would be a walk plus to a lefty, but you got that slash there, so to the right side is a blank. And now Tabby wants to try to interfere. I'm going to try to keep her off the screen if I can. Rendon, 2-4. That's a double to right field. Boy, Rendon has been struggling, but he's been coming on lately. And he does it here with a 2-out double. 2-out double for Anthony Rendon. Really doesn't have an attempt to do anything, but will roll for Woodruff on a pickoff or balk chance. There's no 20 there, so nothing to worry about. And here comes the Nationals' other MVP candidate, Juan Soto. First base is open if they choose to walk him, but then you got the very dangerous Kendrick behind him. So I think you're going to have to pitch to Soto. Kendrick provides great protection there for Soto to avoid those intentional walks. Woodruff, 5-6. That's the ballpark card. Going to Nationals Park for the first time. See if Soto can get something. 4-2. It's a ground ball to third. So grounds it to Moustakas to end the inning. And Woodruff pitches around that. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. At the end of 1, no score from Nats Park. So there's 1 away, or 1 inning in the books with nothing going on. Scherzer now steps back on the mound. Will face Keston Hiura. Not your typical cleanup guy. Did have 19 home runs, but usually your cleanup guy would have more than that. But I think the Yelich thing is causing that to happen. Scherzer 4-6. That's a possible error. That's a 1, so it's going to be an error regardless. Double to right field. Eaton's only a 4, but that is a 1, so it's going to be a double plus an error. So we'll go to the error chart on the failed error check. Failed error check to right field. A double says number 5. It says roll 1d6 versus the ABR of the batter. If higher than ABR, then the runner advances 1 base. Otherwise, he's going to score. So his ABR is a 1. So as long as we don't roll a 1, he will just get the 1 base. If we roll a 1, he's going to come around and score. Nope, he just gets the 1 base. So Hira with a double to right field and then an E9 on Eaton's going to bring him to third base. So he's at third with nobody out. And all of a sudden, Scherzer now has to pitch around that. Let's see, they're going to play the infield in. Nationals do not want to give up a cheap run if they can avoid it. Nothing here to check for Scherzer as far as a pickoff, so we don't need a strategy roll. The infield is in, though. Scherzer needs some strikeouts. 4-2. 4-2 is a strikeout chance, but 13 is too high for Braun, so Braun will get to swing. His sacrifice fly rating is a 2 if he hits a fly ball to the outfield. 3-2. 3-2 is a fly ball to right. His sacrifice fly rating is a 2. A 1-2, it's a sacrifice fly. It is not. Let's check here. He runs at a 1, but Eaton's a -2, so he cannot score at all. So the slow running Hura cannot score against the good arm of Eaton. So just a fly ball to right, but not deep enough to do anything. Keeps the runner at third with 1 out now for Eric Tames. And again, the infield is in. 3-2 is a hit by pitch chance. He's a 16, so he will get plunked. And that's going to put runners at the corners. Runners are at the corners. He does have an attempt of 1, but I don't think you want to try to steal here and run yourself out of an inning, so they're not even going to try that. You could go for the double play ball, though, because Kane is a 3 double play chance, although he is a -1. But with the infield halfway, it would be a 3 again. So they're going to move the infield back to a double play depth and try to turn 2 on a ground ball. Scherzer to Kane, 3-5, although we like a strikeout. There's a possible error on a throw. 4-2 is a ground ball to third, and that's a 1, so that means Rendon's going to make a throwing error. So let's see what we got here. A G5 and a throwing error on a throw. Nationals kind of falling apart here. G5, or ground ball here, is a number 6 on the error on a throw. So we go to number 6. It says, throwing error with potential for advancing another base on a bad throw. If possible, double play check, chance check for throwing errors on the fielder first, then the pivot man. All right, well, pivot man is the fielder, so I don't know where to get that. Check the range of the errant throw receiver. So in this case, Cabrera, his range is only a 2. So let's see if he can block this from getting by him. He does. So he's able to stop it from getting by him. Now let's see what the repercussions are on the error on the throw. Let's see here. If higher than his range, step 2. Otherwise, he kept the poor throw from getting by and thus making it only a 1 base error. So it's a 1 base error on Rendon. Second error of the inning. That will score Hira and give the Brewers a 1-0 lead. Tames will be safe at second on the error, as it pulled Cabrera off the bag. But it is 1-0, and there will be an RBI to Kane because you can't assume a double play. So he will get credit for the RBI. It is 1-0 Brew Crew. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Scherzer trying to minimize the damage. They are playing for the double play if they can get it. 2-3 is a range play. That means the infield is going to lose one to their range if it's a ground ball. 1-3 is a star 2, which is a ground ball to second. Cabrera is a 2 range, but he drops to a 1 because of the infield playing halfway, and he will not get to it. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to be treated as a single past second base, and we'll check base running. Tames runs as a 3 to score from second on an S4. All you need is a 2 or better, so Tames will score to make it 2-0. Favor the Brewers. Kane will make it to third easily. So runners are at the corners again. It's now 2-0 Milwaukee. And the pitcher, Brandon Woodruff, is up, still only 1 out. Scherzer a little flustered with the bad fielding that's gotten him into this predicament. Woodruff is a good bunter. They could bunt just to try to get Arcia to second base. Oh, he's a pretty good hitter at 267. So I think they're going to put the pedal down. They're going to have him swing away. The infield's still at, well, he's got a 0 double play rating, so they're going to have to play the infield in. 6-3 is a strikeout chance, and he got him, so that helped take away some of that. But now there's 2 outs, but runners are still at the corners. For Trent Grisham, infield is now back to normal. 6-6 is a blank to a lefty. So now we go to Grisham. 3-2, he's going to line it to first. It's snagged by Kendrick to end the inning. But 2 runs come in. I believe they're all unearned. I have to go back and double check. It doesn't really matter at this point. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 big errors, and 2 left. So 2's all around there. And since we're in the second inning, that's a 2 also. Milwaukee leads it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. And the Nationals fans letting them, the Bluebirds kind of coming out on the Nationals defense here. Let's see if the offense can pick them up. It's Howie Kendrick against Woodruff. 2-5, and that's a range play at the ballpark. So we go to Nationals Park again for a range check. 2-2 is a ground ball to second. The range at second base is Hira. He's a 2. He cannot get to it. It's a base hit for Howie Kendrick. Sneaks it past Hira. Failed range play. That'll bring up the second baseman is Drupal Cabrera. Kendrick has an attempt of 1, but I doubt he's going to do anything. He will not. So here is Cabrera, infield playing double play depth. 4-3, strikeout chance, and he got him. So Cabrera out on strikes, 1 away. For the catcher, Kurt Suzuki, check for a pass ball or a balk on Woodruff. No 20, so nothing to worry about. Here's Suzuki. 3-1, and against a right-hander, it's a split chance. It's a walk possibility. He walks at a 10, plus 1 from the stadium's an 11, but that's a 9, or is that a 5? Let's see here. That's a 5. My bad on what I was thinking was 9. Either way, it's a walk to Suzuki. It does put the tying runs on base. Tying runs are on base with only 1 out for Victor Robles, center fielder. Check Woodruff again for a potential pickoff. There's nothing. Woodruff to Robles, 5-6. That's the ballpark card again. We're going back to Nationals Park for Robles. 1-6 is a home run to the pull side. His home run range an 8. That's a 3. It is gone. Victor Robles, a 3-run homer. And all of a sudden, the Nationals have grabbed a 3-2 lead. And the fans that were booing are now on their feet. 3-2 Nationals on a 3-run homer from Victor Robles. He had been struggling early, but been coming on as of late. And now he's making his presence felt here in this wild card game. Here's Scherzer. 4-2, that's a strikeout plus, so he is out of there, 2 down. Scherzer retired. And that brings up Trey Turner. 5-6, ballpark card again. 2-6, home run to center field, but he's only a 10. That's a 14, so that's going to be a fly out to center field to end the inning. But damage done, 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors and nobody left. At the end of 2, it is, even though my script is not very good there, it is Washington 3 and Milwaukee 2. Penmanship was not my strong point. Never has been. Probably never will be. That's why I type a lot of things. I don't usually do a whole lot of handwriting. And you definitely can't read my signature. All right, so Scherzer given new life with a 3-2 lead to protect here in the 3rd inning. We'll be facing Grandal. 5-3, and that is a strike. I'm sorry, that is a blank because Grandal is a switch hitter, so it goes to the left side of this line, which means we're looking at a blank. Would have been a strikeout had he been facing a righty. But Grandal will swing 4-5, and he will fly to left. So 1 away. Grandal is retired. And that brings up Moustakas. Struck out his first chance. 4-6, possible error. 5-2, that is a pop-up to 3rd base. No error, that's a 16, he's a 6, so Rendon will make the play this time. 2 down, 2 up and 2 down, and here comes Keston Hira. He started all the mess with a double that led to an error as well. Scored the first run. 5-2 is a blank. It would be a walk plus to a lefty, but against a righty, it's a blank. Go to Hira. 5-1, ground ball to short. Trey Turner is there. So Scherzer comes back with a 1-2-3 inning to stop the bleeding. And at the end of 2.5, it's still Washington 3 and Milwaukee 2. And again, in a game like this, both bullpens are going to be active. Now, in the real game, Steven Strasburg came in relief, but he has no relief rating. So I kind of don't really know what to do with him, whether I should try to use him or not, because he did not make any relief appearances in the regular season. Thus, he is not rated that way. But in this real game, he did pitch, I believe, like 3 innings of relief or something. So I'll have to figure out if I want to try to use him in any way or not. I think I probably won't, because there's other guys in the bullpen they can go to. So we'll wait and see how it plays out. Here's Adam Eaton. Cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. 6-1's a strikeout chance. 19 is too high. 4-1, question mark 9. Against a right-hander, goes to 1-11, but that's a 12. So we just missed a chance at a triple. Instead, it's just a deep fly to right that Grisham puts away. And that could have been a leadoff triple, but Woodruff caught a break there. Here's Rendon, who doubled his first chance. 3-6 strikeout chance, and again, the low D20 gets him. Doesn't strike out much, but that low D20, that's been his bugaboo the whole season. And when I show the season stats later on in another video, you'll see that. Here's Soto. Just bad luck, though. Can't help it. 3-4 is a potential walk, and Soto will draw a 2-out base on balls. His attempt is a 1, but he can't get a jump, so he will stand pat. And that'll bring up Howie Kendrick. 4-6, that's a double question mark against the right-handers. 1-4 is an automatic single, but that's a 9, so treat it as a blank. 4-6, another question mark 9. This one goes to 12, and that's a 13, so he just missed a triple as well by one number. Another deep fly out to right. Boy, Woodruff riding the fence on that one, got 2 breaks by one number. Could have been a disaster. As it was, he keeps the Nats off the scoreboard. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left after 3 complete. It is still 3-2 favor of the Nats, but certainly could have been a lot worse had that D20 cooperated just a little bit better. Here comes Ryan Braun, right fielder. And Braun will start the top of the 4th, followed by Tames and Kane. 4-3, and that is a strikeout plus, so he's out of there. 1 away. So Ryan Braun is retired. Brings up the first baseman, Eric Tames, who ironically would go on to play with the Nationals. 4-2, strikeout chance. 3 got him, so back-to-back strikeouts for Scherzer. Since they gave him that lead, he has been relentless and has retired 5 in a row. Here's Kane. 6-6 strikeout plus to a righty, but it's not going to get him because of the 20. So that was a 20. He would only be a 17 on a plus, so that he does not strike out. Kane does get to swing. 6-6 is going to ground it to Turner at short. Still a 1-2-3 inning. Easily turned by Max Scherzer. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 3-2. Woodruff still hanging in there. Of course, Brewers have a lot of guys in their bullpen. They got 4 lefties and 4 righties in the bullpen that are available. In fact, I'll go ahead and show those real quick. Bullpen guys they have available. Lefties, they have Suter, Pomeranz, Claudio, and Hader. Right-handers, Guerra, Jackson, Peralta, and Chase Anderson. Those are the 8 bullpen arms available to the Brewers if they need them. So it's up to Craig Counsell to figure out how long he wants to go with Brandon Woodruff. Right now it's 3-2, nip and tuck, so they're going to keep Woodruff in there. Facing Cabrera, 3-2. That's ball 1 on a wild pitch with nobody on base. Try again. 6-3 is a strikeout chance. That's a 10. That's a 9. Struck him out. Cabrera down on strikes for the 2nd time. We'll bring up Kurt Suzuki. 4-6, that's a double question mark. 1-4 is a single, but that's a 16, so out of range. Go to Suzuki, 1-6, he's going to fly to left. Braun is there, out number 2. And here comes Robles. He had the big 3-run homer his first time up. Woodruff trying not to make the same mistake. 6-1's a strikeout chance, but 17 is too high. We go to Robles. 4-5, that's a star 4, which is a ground ball to first. Easy play for Tames. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Woodruff. We go to the 5th, still 3-2. And now's where the National League ball is going to come into play because Woodruff is set to bat 2nd this inning. But I think it's a little early to pull him, so there's going to and as I said, he is a decent hitter, so no pinch hitting yet. First up, though, is our shortstop Arcia. 4-3, that's a strikeout plus. He got him. So Scherzer takes care of Arcia easily enough, one away. Brings up Woodruff. He throws right-handed, but he bats left-handed. 2-5, it doesn't matter how he bats. That's a strikeout chance. But however, that's a 20 and that's an 18. So he avoids the strikeout and gets to swing. And he does have some hits on his card. 3-5, and he just missed a double. 3-5 is a star 3, which is a ground ball to Rendon for out number 2. So Woodruff came oh so close to a double. As it is, 2 up and 2 down now for Trent Grisham. And Scherzer now is retired 10 in a row going back to the second inning. 5-3 is a blank to a lefty. Go to Grisham, 4-4, that just flipped over. 4-4 is a fly to right. So that's 11 in a row retired by Scherzer, as he has settled down since the fielding has settled in. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still 3-2. Favor the Nats. Woodruff back out. He can face 22 batters right now. He's faced 17. Scherzer is going to be the leadoff man for the Nationals. Struck out his first chance. 3-5. He's not tired, so this is not going to be a single. 1-5 for Scherzer. He's going to ground it to Moustakas at third. 1 away. Flips the order over to Trey Turner. He's 0 for 2. In fact, Turner and Eaton, the top 2 in the order, are combined 0 for 4. Yet it's been more the bottom of the order that's caused the problems. 4-6, that's a double question mark to a righty. 1-4 is a single, but that's a 20, so it's a blank. Go to Turner. 3-1, fly to center. He's 0 for 3. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Adam Eaton. 6-5, strikeout chance, too high. We go to Eaton. 6-6, it's a grounder to second. Hira is there. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Brandon Woodruff. And both starters have seemed to settle in since the second inning where everything was happening. Everything else has been goose eggs. We start the top of the 6th. Scherzer has faced 19 batters. He can face 26, so he's still in good shape for at least one more inning. 3-5, that's a possible error on a throw. 6-4. 6-4 against a right-hander is a ground ball to short. That's going to be an error because that's a 7 and that's a 7. But let's see. Sometimes on this new chart, I believe it turns into a not an error. So let's see here. I'm sorry, that's on a single. On a regular ground ball, it is an error. My bad. I was looking at, if it was a single to short possible error, that would have been a infield hit chance, not an error. But this one is going to be an error. And it is the third error of the game on the Nationals, as Trey Turner boots it. So we've had Rendon, Turner, and Eaton all commit errors. Grandal has an attempt of 1. We'll see if he does anything with it. He does not. So that'll bring up Moustakas. But that error takes away 11 in a row retired by Scherzer. He's not very happy about it. Maybe they can turn double play and get around it. But there's another possible error. 4-6 is an error question mark. 6-5. That's a liner right back to Scherzer. He's a 7, but that's a 10. So Scherzer will make the catch. And it's a possible double play. Liner back to Scherzer for out number 1. Double play chart says that if it's a liner back to the pitcher and a runner on first, a 1-4 is a double play. So if we roll a 1 through 4, Grandal is going to be doubled off. No, he gets back just in time. Boy, talk about catching a break there. Almost doubled off, but he got back in time. Only 1 out. Could have been a double play. Here's Kiston Hira. Again, roll for Grandal. Nothing happening. Scherzer to Hira. 1-5, that's to a right-hander is a walk chance. He walks at a 9. Stadium adds 1, makes it a 10, but that's a 15, so it's a blank. Go to Hira. 6-2, he's going to line it to short. Another chance for a double play. Liner to short, and again, go back to our chart. A liner to short. Hopefully the glare is not bad on this. Liner to short with a runner on first. You have to roll a 1 to be doubled off. And he's not doubled off, so he gets back again. 2 hard hit balls, but they found fielders, and Grandal both times has made it back. Nothing happening there. Scherzer to Braun now. 1-5 is against a right-hander. There's another walk chance, but 18 is way too high for that, so we go to Braun. 1-5 again. He's going to single to center field for Brian Braun. He singles. Rendon only runs at a 1. There are 2 outs, makes him a 2. To get from first to third on a single to center, you lose 1, makes him a 1. And then Robles is a -1, makes him a 0. So he has no opportunity to move up whatsoever. There won't even be a throw. He will just hold at second base. So runners are at first and second with 2 down for Eric Tames. And this is a big pitch right here for Max Scherzer to try to get out of this inning facing a very tough hitter. 2-1 against a right-hander. He would have struck him out, but a left-hander is a blank, so Tames gets to swing. 1-3 is going to fly to center. Robles puts it away, and Scherzer pitches around the error. No runs, a hit, an error, and 2 left. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still 3-2 Nationals. And let's check on Woodruff. He has faced 20 batters. He can face 22. So the bullpen is loosening behind him. They do have left-hander Alex Claudio, and they have right-hander Willie Peralta. I'm sorry, Freddie Peralta, not Willie Peralta. I don't know where I got Willie from. Willie Peralta and Alex Claudio are the 2 bullpen arms that are throwing behind Brandon Woodruff. Although they may try to get Woodruff through the inning because he is set to bat third in the top of the 7th. We'll see how they want to play it. See how he does. Here's Rendon. 4-4, and that's a blank to a righty. Go to Rendon. 6-4. Question mark 9. It goes up to a 15. That's a 14, so Rendon will triple off of that. A leadoff triple for Rendon. And boy, talk about coming around big time late in the season. A double already and now a triple. Infield's going to have to come in for the Brewers. They have no choice. Woodruff will stay in. We'll roll for a balk or pickoff. Nothing happening. Infield is in. 3-3. Oh, home run question mark. That's probably not good. That passes on a 1-20, definitely. So 1-15, and Juan Soto hits a 2-run homer. It is gone. Juan Soto, a 2-run homer. And the Nationals have extended the lead to 5-2, and that's going to be all for Mr. Woodruff. They are now making the motion to the bullpen. Motion is being made to the bullpen. Woodruff will go 5+ innings. And he's going to give up a total of 5 runs, all earned. 2 big homers in there as well. 2 walks. And let's see, strikeouts, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got him for 4 strikeouts and hits, 5 hits. So that's what I've got him for unofficially. 5+ innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts, and he will depart trailing 5-2. Thanks to the Juan Soto home run. Howie Kendrick is due up, so they will go to the right-hander, in this case, Freddie Peralta. So Freddie Peralta will be coming on, right-hander, out of the Brewer bullpen. He is there just to pitch this inning. He is set to bat third next inning. He's a 1-inning guy, pretty much. Although he does have 7 there, but they just want to get him through the inning. They want him to pitch this rest of this inning and keep the Nats from scoring any more. Keep the score right where it is, so to speak. Here is Kendrick against Peralta. 2-1's possible error on a ground ball. 3-6 is a question mark 7. It goes to 12. That's a 14, though, so it's just going to be a deep fly to left by Kendrick. So another one where very close to being extra bases, but not this time. So that'll bring up Cabrera to face Peralta. 4-6. He is a switch hitter batting left, so it is a strikeout plus chance, and he gets him. And how about that? Cabrera has struck out all 3 times. He's got the hat trick. So they may want to do something about that. I don't know. Maybe bring in Dozier. Here's Suzuki. 1-4. That's a ballpark card. So we're going to the Nationals Park for Suzuki. 2-6. That's a home run to the center field side. He's a 14. That's an 8. It's gone. Kurt Suzuki goes deep. Nationals put another run on the board. It is now 6-2. 6-2 Nationals. As Suzuki goes deep off of Peralta. And here's Victor Robles, where the Nationals Park has really helped out the Nationals hitters with home runs. 6-4 is a blank to Robles. He swings 5-3 as a star 5, which is a ground ball to Moustakas to end the inning. Damage done, 3 runs on 3 hits. They were two homers and a triple in there. No errors and nobody left. So Peralta's going to go 1 inning, give up the home run. The hit and the run does get a strikeout. But that's going to do it for him as well. So now we go to the top of the 7th, 6-2 Nationals. Scherzer can face 26 batters. He is set to lead off next inning. So he is coming out for the 7th to face Kane, Arcia, and a pinch hitter, and Ben Gamel has already picked up a bat to hit for the Brewers. So it'll be Kane, Arcia, and Gamel due up here in the 7th. So we'll scratch off Ben Gamel's name and put him in the pinch hitting role. Scherzer now can face 26 batters. He's faced 24. So got a couple batters before he gets tired. 4-5, and that's big because that's not a tire. That's a strikeout chance. 12, though, is too high, so Kane gets to swing. 6-3 is a fly to right, 1 away. Scherzer hanging on. Here is Arcia. 5-5, ballpark card. Going to Nats Park. 4-4 is a home run to the pull side. He's a 7, but that's a 9. Did you see the 6 is right there? That is a 9. So that is just a deep fly to left. Out number 2. Scherzer just escaped that. He is now tired, so if he hits a fatigue roll, he will have to come out. Here's Ben Gamel, the pinch hitter. 1-1, possible error on a ground ball. 5-6 is a single past second. There is no error chance, so it's just going to be a straight out single. Pinch hit single for Gamel. And that'll take us to the top of the order. And Grisham. So Grisham is up, and I think that's going to be it for Mad Max. They're going to let him leave the game to a round of applause from the National faithful. So he will be coming out, and they will turn to Wander Suero to try to get this last out. So Wander Suero is on to try to get the last out. Scherzer's going to go 6 2/3 innings. And he's going to give up a total of 4 hits. 2 runs. I think only one of those are earned, although I could be wrong. They could both be earned as far as I know. I don't know, though. I don't know the whole thing here. I didn't really take the time to calculate because it's not important. I don't want to interrupt the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strikeouts. And he hit a batter, but he did not walk anyone. So he had really good control of that one-hit batsman. So I've got it right now for Scherzer, 6 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, no walks, 6 strikeouts, although he is responsible for Gamel. So if Gamel scores, we'll update the runs allowed. So Grisham is set to face the new pitcher, Wander Suero. There are pickoff chances, although I think 6-2 in the 7th inning. Strategy rolls are going to be off because the deficit is 4 and the innings left are only 3. So no strategy roll. Go straight to Grisham's at bat. Suero, 2-6, possible error. Go to Grisham, 5-2. That's a single to right field, and that's a 4, and that's a 2. That looks like another error, and yet another error on Eaton. Boy, how many times can he make an error when he's got such a good error rating, but he gives it up? It's really, really weird. So, again, it is an error check. And then we're going to see if it's a 1-base error or a 2-base error. Gamel, the runner, what did I do with this card? Gamel, there he is. Gamel runs at a 4. So let's roll 1d6. It's a 3, so Gamel will get the 2 bases. So Gamel will go, he will actually score on that, because a single will get him to second, and then the 2-base error will get him home. Another E9, so a fourth national error. That's very strange. 2 by Eaton. Grisham, a 3, but the D6 did not beat. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where'd it go? If it's higher, but it wasn't higher, it was the same. So that means Grisham's going to get 2 bases as well. So it ends up being a 2-base error on Eaton. So it's a single and a 2-base error. That run is charged to Scherzer. It is unearned, I would think. So Scherzer now is going to be charged with 3 runs, 1 earned, assuming that it stays unearned. It's all up to what Rendon does. If Rendon gets a base hit, then it may not be unearned. I'll have to switch it around. But right now it's 6-3, so we're going to go back to strategy rolls. But nothing happening for Suero. Suero to Rendon. 3-1 strikeout chance, and he got him. So a big strikeout there for Suero to end the inning. Pitches the third of an inning, gives up a hit, the inherited run, but he does get the strikeout, and that it does end up being an unearned run. So we go to the 7th inning stretch with the score. Nationals 6 and the Brewers 3. And we will need a new pitcher for the Brewers as well as a pinch hitter for the Nationals. So lots of stuff going on. The Nationals will wait and see who the Brewers announce as their pitcher before they worry about a pinch hitter, because that's going to determine who the pinch hitter is, most likely. So the Brewers now looking at a righty and a lefty up here, so they could go kind of either direction. Let's see how they want to play this. They're going to go with Junior Guerra, a right-hander. Junior Guerra. So Guerra is now in the ball game. So that means the Nationals are most likely going to go to a lefty off the bench, and that is going to be Gerardo Parra, the baby shark. So he will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 7th. So Gerardo Parra picks up a bat. He will come in and hit against Junior Guerra to start the bottom of the 7th. 6-3 ball game here in this wild card game. He'll be followed by Turner and Eaton. So Parra facing Guerra, 4-4. Home run chance, but that's to a righty. Parra's a lefty, so it's a blank. To Parra, 1-4. Ground ball to second. Hira makes the play, and Parra is out of there. So 1 away as Parra fails. And that flips the order to Trey Turner, who's 0 for 3. Guerra, 2-3. And I forgot to check the special K. I'll do that on this at bat. 2-3 is a strikeout plus. It won't matter. That's going to be a strikeout regardless. So Turner is now 0 for 4. And if the Nationals win this game in advance, they have to get Turner going. Here's Eaton. He's 0 for 3. 4-1 is an automatic out. Star line. Special K does not come into play on a star line. So that's a 3, which is a ground ball to third. 1-2-3 inning for Junior Guerra as he holds the fort and keeps the Nationals off the board. So we go to the 8th inning. New pitcher coming in for the Washington Nationals. And it will be right-hander Daniel Hudson. Daniel Hudson will be on to pitch for Washington. Try to get him through this inning so they can turn it over to Doolittle in the 9th. That would be the plan. Moustakas will lead things off. He is 0 for 3 in the game. So Hudson now facing Moustakas. 2-2 is a ballpark card. We're going to Moustakas, or going to the Nationals Park, I should say. 5-2 is a double to center field. So how about that? Mike Moustakas, a leadoff double off the ballpark card. And that Nats Park card has been pleasant to the hitters for the most part. And now here's Keston Hiura. Strategy rolls are still off because it's a 3-run deficit and only 2 innings to the 9th, so no strategy roll needed. Just going to swing away with Hiura against Hudson. 2-3, strikeout plus, and he got him. The plus gives it to him. Despite the 20 on the D20, the plus makes it a 22. So he's out of there. 1 away for Ryan Braun. Left fielder, 5-3. To a lefty, it'd be an automatic out. To a righty, it's a blank. So Braun gets to swing away. 3-1, grounder to third, 2 down, and there's no chance from as a 1. There's no chance for Moustakas to move up to third base. So that's not going to happen. I think you could do it on the 6th, but I don't think. Nope, it's not going to happen regardless anyway. That brings up Eric Tames, the batter, against Hudson. 2-2, ballpark card again. 1-3, that's a blank. So we're going to the rare play chart with a runner on base. Rare play with runner on base, 2d6 roll. And we get a 43. 43 says, grounder to third base who throws in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop the ball. Resolve the play as a range play for the first baseman to see if he scoops it, or else it's another error on the Nationals. Go figure. Kendrick is a 3. Can he scoop it? He cannot. It's going to be a throwing error. Throwing error, and that will allow Moustakas to score as he went to third on the ground ball, then scores on the error. E5, another error by the Nationals. Error number 5 on the Washington Nationals. Amazing that they have that many errors. Now, since it got by him, let's check and see if Tames can make it to second base. He's got a base run rating of 3. He does not. So Tames will have to hold at first base because his base running rating did not exceed that D6. So he will hold there, even though he couldn't scoop it. He kept it in front of him long enough to keep him from scoring. So, or not from scoring, from going to second, I should say. So that's going to bring up Lorenzo Cain, and now Hudson is tired. It is now a 6-4 game. Strategy rolls are in play now. And do you go to the bullpen? And who, if you do, who do you go to? Do you go to Doolittle this early, or do you go to, Fernando Rodney, or who do you go to? I think they're going to stick with Hudson despite being tired. They're going to stick with him. But we'll do a strategy roll now since it's 6-4. Nothing happening. Here's Cain. Whoop, that's a Sua dice. We'll re-roll that. One 4, strikeout chance 9, too high. We go to Cain. He gets the swing. 6-4, he's going to single past second. And now let's check Tames. He runs at a 3 to get from first to third on an S4. That's all you need. So he's going to get to third base. And now I think they're going to have to remove Hudson. They don't really have a choice here. Arcia might get called back for a pinch hitter as well. So let's see how they're going to play this. They're going to bring on... They don't have a whole lot on the bench, to be honest with you. Their best average hitter off the bench is Corey Spangenberger, or Spangenberg, I should say. So Spangenberg is going to hit for Arcia. He's a terrible shortstop, so I don't think he's going to stay there. I think they will go to another option at short. And on their bench, they do have Hernan Perez, who's a much better defender at shortstop. So I'm thinking that's what they're going to do. And for the Nationals, it's not going to be Doolittle yet. They're going to bring in Fernando Rodney to try to get this final out of the 8th inning. So Fernando Rodney it is. Hudson is going to go 2/3 of an inning. He's going to get 1 strikeout. He's going to give up 2 hits and a run so far. The run is unearned thanks to the error. Any runs against him would be unearned. So we'll see what happens. Right here, Spangenberg, I should say. Spangenberg is the pinch hitter against Fernando Rodney with 2 outs, a 6-4 ball game all of a sudden. So the tying runs are on base. And let's see, the runner on first, Cain, is a 5. He could try to steal and get in scoring position, so we have to roll for his strategy roll. 4, no, he can't do it. We're not going to do a hit and run with 2 outs. So Spangenberg will just swing away against Fernando Rodney. 1-1, range play at the ballpark. 4-3, that is a single to left field, but it is a range check for Soto. He is a 3. And he makes the play, so Soto saves everybody's bacon by making that range play. That could have been another run, another run, and probably set him up for some more. But as it is, it's 1 run. It was unearned. 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left. close the book on Rodney. He goes a third of an inning, gets his man, as they say. Brewers do inch closer. It is now 6-4. 6-4 ball game. And now let's see. They got Rendon and Soto, so they're going to leave Guerra out there at least to face Rendon, although Josh Hader is in the bullpen ready to go in case he is needed. Doolittle is warming up for the top of the ninth, but they may need to bring in Hader just to keep the score close when he faces Soto. Right now, though, it's Guerra facing Rendon. 1-2 is a walk chance. That's a 9, and he will walk him. So it's a leadoff walk, and that's going to be it for Guerra. He's going to leave, and they will not hesitate to bring in Josh Hader right now to try to keep the score where it is. There is no save situation for them. They're trying to save a 2-run deficit to not make it bigger, so that's the only thing they can do. So Josh Hader is on, and he'll be facing Soto with Rendon at first in a 6-4 game. Rendon has an attempt of 1, but a -1 from Hader, so no chance to get a steal. We will do the pickoff chance, though, because there's still 2 innings to go, technically. So, and there's 2-run deficit, so we will keep that in play. For Guerra, he goes 1+ innings, and a walk and a strikeout, and the runner on base is his responsibility. So right now, Hader facing Soto. 5-4. 5-4 is a strikeout plus. So he comes in and strikes out Soto, 1 away. Brings up the tough Howie Kendrick. Roll for the pickoff. Nothing happening. Hader to Kendrick. 6-2, strikeout plus, got him again. So Hader coming in with a couple of whiffs, and that'll bring up Cabrera, but he's going to be called back. They're going to call back Cabrera, and the Nationals will bring in Ryan Zimmerman as a pinch hitter for Cabrera. So Zimmerman will come on and pinch hit. He will stay in the game to play first base, and they'll move Howie Kendrick to second. That'll be the move in the 9th. So he'll pinch hit in the 8th and then move to first base in the 9th is what Zimmerman will do. He is going to pinch hit here against Hader. Again, the havoc roll, nothing happening. Hader to Zimmerman. 1-2, it's a straight up home run chance, but that's an 18, so that fails, but he's not out. He does get to swing. 2-2, it's going to fly to right, and 20 is above the special K rating, so it's going to stay a fly to right to end the inning. So Hader comes in and does his job. 1 inning and gives up nothing, striking out 2. Keeps the score at 6-4, and now it is up to Mr. Doolittle to try to keep the Nats in the lead and move them on into the next round. Again, Kendrick now has moved to second base, so let me figure out the defense that we've got going on here. Kendrick is a 3-3-0. So he's a 3, a 3, and a 0 is Kendrick. And Zimmerman is a 3 and a 6. So he's a 3 and a 6. That's kind of nasty looking stuff there, isn't it? All right, so we need a pinch hitter for Josh Hader as the pitcher spot is up first. So Hader did his job. He kept the team in the game. And now they'll go to another pinch hitter, and it will be Travis Shaw. I'm sorry, no, they go to a right-hander because of the batter in the game. And let's see here. It's going to be Manny Pena, because I forgot to mention Perez is now the shortstop, batting in the 8th position. So they could do Tyrone Taylor, but that would be almost unfair because he only had 10 at bats and he hit 400. So I think you would go to your experienced guy here, Manny Pena. So Manny Pena is your pinch hitter here in the 9th. So Sean Doolittle, will be on to face Pena. Then Grisham and Grandal after that. So see how they want to play this. Right now it's Manny Pena, the batter, against Doolittle. 6-4, top of the ninth here in this wild card game. Doolittle to Pena. 6-3, strikeout plus, he got him. So it didn't matter who they were pinch hitting there. Most likely it would have probably been a strikeout no matter what. Well, Tyrone Taylor would not have struck out, but again, he was an outlier, and I really want to save him for the if you run out of player kind of deal. All right, so here's Trent Grisham. Doolittle to Grisham. 4-2 is the ballpark card, going back to Nationals Park for Grisham. 6-3. It's a star one. This time it's a fly to left. That's 2 away. So the Nationals 1 out away from winning this wild card game. Last chance for the Brewers is Yasmani Grandal. 5-3. Strikeout chance is too high. We go to Grandal. 5-5. He's going to pop it up to short. Waiting for the ball to come down is Turner. He clutches it, and the ball game is over. The Nationals win the wild card game 6-4, despite making 5 errors in the game. That is very unusual to win when you make 5 errors. That is just incredible. 6-4, the final. 5 errors for the Nationals. And we'll do the totals very quickly and unofficially because I don't have the computer in front of me, but we'll do the totals real quick and see what we have for the Brew Crew. Brew Crew have 7 hits to go with their 4 runs. I don't believe they committed an error, and they left on 7 runners. Let's check the Nationals offensively. They have 6 hits, and they left on 3 base runners. So they scored a lot of their base runs, only 3 left on base. The winning pitcher is Max Scherzer. The loser was, unfortunately for the Brewers, Woodruff, with the save going to Doolittle. So if I decide or feel like I want to play more of the playoffs, this would mean that the Nationals, as the wild card winner, would go face the number 1 seed Los Angeles Dodgers in a best of 7. I think it's a best of 7. I have to look it up. I think it's a best of 7. It might be a best of 5, but I think it's a best of 7. Actually, I have to look it up. I really don't know off the top of my head. But either way, that's what they would do. But as it is, Nationals win the wild card game 6-4 despite making 5 errors. They did it with some power. Home runs from Robles. He got them started with a 3-run homer there, but then home runs from Soto and Suzuki also did them in. A double and a triple from Rendon. So they got some key hits when they needed it. And despite the 5 errors, they were able to hold on with their pitching, their bullpen, to win it by the score of 6-4 and advance. So I hope you enjoyed that wild card game presentation on Inside Pitch. Like I said, I probably will cap it right here. I don't know if I want to go through the time it takes to play another playoff series because I really want to get going in payoff pitch. So I might just cap it at this, but I really felt like I really wanted to play the wild card game just to kind of tie up a loose end there and see if history repeated itself, which it did in this case. Sans the 5 errors probably, but either way, Nationals win it. Next video, regardless of what I decide to do, the next video on this will be the wrap-up video where I'm talk about show the stats that were accumulated by the Inside Pitch game engine, kind of compare them, see how they did, and then give you my overall opinion on the game itself. So that's going to do it from here. Hope you are having a good week, or a good weekend, as I say, as I'm posting this or recording this on a Saturday. Thanksgiving's coming up, so a lot to be thankful for, despite what some perceive as harsh times right now. Still a lot to be thankful for, I do believe. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.